It's BoiMaam. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And yes, it is time to jump straight back into FM24. Now we've finally gotten to the day. The big day is day one of the brand new season, and we've gone through a whole bunch of stuff while you haven't been with us. Let's just catch you up on that first. So we kick things off with showing Ryan Wynne Hughes, the director of football, out the door. Primarily because I hate working with the director of football, but each to their own, I guess. We then called the pointless loan manager into the office and asked him to try and catch up to Ryan, as he won't be working for us anymore either, and maybe he could ask him for some directions to the job centre. We then headed off to our first team meeting, which everyone attended via Zoom, as you can see from the empty chairs. Nonetheless, they were well pleased to see my face. We briefly spoke about the agreed code of conduct, where they were informed that castration is a reasonable punishment for missing training. Then, after pretending I had connection issues for a bit, I put my mic back on and told him that we could finish in the top half this season, even though I want to win the league. I then told him I had an appointment at the Clarendon with a lad named Ivan Toadrink McGuinness, and I headed off. On to our first press conference then, which was actually a one-on-one interview with a lad named Elliot Flanagan. I told him how excited I am to take over the reins. In fact, I couldn't stop smiling. Then I sucked up to the board so that they give me the shit I asked for. I then defended the fact that I'm far too young to be managing this lot, and then briefly paid homage to Paul Holleran, who is an absolute legend. A second later, I stormed out, and then headed back to the tactics board to make Jack Edwards the new vice-captain. But then there was one question that I hadn't answered. So you're probably asking, who have we managed to get in? And if we have a quick pop through to the transfer section, you'll see that we sent Jaya Madrano out. He's a young guy, a 20-year-old defender, who's got a fair bit of potential, but unfortunately just isn't ready for the first team right away. So we've sent him out on loan just to recuperate some of that £75 per week. Unfortunately, there are no ins. Zero. Nada. Nothing. So let's pop into the scouting and have a look at why this has happened. Unfortunately, we have not managed to stumble upon anything interesting yet. Got a fair few players that are still being scouted, and thankfully, this window is going to run quite deep into the season being started. So hopefully with a little bit more time, we'll get some players in, but I'm just not that keen on delving into it without getting a player that actually is going to benefit us. Of course, we know that our finances are not in a great position. So just popping back into the dev center, we can see that we have a lot of players with fair potential. So I'm going to be inclined to try and use the youth as much as I can early on and see how we get by doing that. Just to pop with the under 18s as well, we've got a couple there at the top, Greg Dunn and Albi Shala, who also have a fair bit of potential. So I've had a little look at Albi Shala, and I think bar that pace, he might be onto something here. So a guy with a fair bit of technique, very good finishing for this level and his age, and a fair bit of acceleration and composure in front of goal. We might be able to train him into something fairly useful, and I'm going to try and have a pop at that as we go along. Now, to the place that you're probably wanting me to get to. We are going to get into the first game. Of course, for this match, we're not expected to do much. But if you haven't noticed already, we're playing Stratford Town. And as you remember from the previous episode, but they do want us to get the better of a whole bunch of rivals. So requirements would be to get the better of Stratford Town. Yep, this is important. What you don't know is that if I pop into the club info and click on affiliates, Stratford Town are a senior affiliate. Now, how on earth did this happen? We're in the same league and we're rivals, and we're supposed to be their junior sister club. But okay, that gives us a tiny bit of an advantage, so we're going to pop in quickly and have a look at their squad, and they do not have a lot to speak of. There's a couple star players, one of which being Liam Daly, who was at Leamington a whole while back. So if we pop in here, Oh yeah, there we go. He's been there in 2013, and I remember vaguely from playing a save on FM13 or 14 that I've used him. Cool, cool, cool. They don't have much to go by, and I think we're not going to look into this too deeply, so let's just get stuck into this match. Of course, everyone has been expecting nothing but a draw. We're going to try and do a little bit better than that. So if we have a quick look at our schedule, we'll see that we've done fairly okay in the preseason friendlies. A lot of goals scored, and they've come through various sources. So Jack Lane with a couple there, Jack Edwards, Henry Landers, our big boy striker, getting a couple there. Of course, we've shipped a lot in as well, but Jack Edwards on the board again. On this end, Jack Barr, Jack Lane, Dan Meredith, Henry Landers. We've got a wide range of scorers here. We've shipped a lot of goals in on the other end. So hopefully today goes a lot better. And without further ado, let us get into the first match. And this is what I've come up with. So, of course, we've got a lot of problems, but I've tried to fit in most of the players that I think will be part of our first 11 in here now. Of course, we've got to make wholesale changes because, as you can see from the star ratings, we don't have much that is good enough for the level or to do well a level above. So we're going to have to build this team up quite significantly, and hopefully with improvements in the scouting, we get there at some point. Nonetheless, let's get straight in there, and we're going to go with the team. Let's get stuck in. Okay, then our first team talk, and let's get stuck in there. Okay, so this is the very first time we're actually watching our team play, and the opposition are on attack already. How do we go early on? Okay, so it seems like Stratford Town are in a little bit of the ascendancy early on, and we're going to have to arrest some control in the match. Oh, one's broken loose here, and it's fallen to Taylor. What does he do? He slots Connor Taylor early on, and that's the first goal of this save. We've gotten off to a great start, 1-0 up against our not-so-friendly rivals, and it looks like through a goalkeeping error there, in Andre Onana fashion, we've picked up a nice early one with a fantastic strike from the edge of the box. And the goals, as they have in preseason, keep raining in. Clark back to Landers, and it looks like it's broken again. Walker this time with another finish. Yes, then. The midfield seems to contribute quite early and quite well. Adam Walker with a nice finish. And we're 2-0 up early on. Boy, oh boy, is this turning out to be a great first game. A little bit of luck and then slotted. The keeper hasn't done a great job there. Okay, so we find ourselves starting off pretty nicely. We've not done great in terms of the possession stats, but every time we've gotten on the break, we seem to slot. And the shots keep raining in. Looks like a chance for Stratford then. Come on, come on, come on. Get on that counter. Win that ball back. Good save. Good save. And for a forced start for Callum Smith in goal. He's made a good save, but nonetheless, I was shot straight at him. Looks like we've got another thing going here. Edwards with a decent ball to Walker. Knocked onto Landers, and we've got space now. Can he play someone through? Oh, he's gone on his own. And what a finish. Yes, then. Henry Landers, our key player, has, as South Africans would say, G-guard his way through. He's absolutely danced past there. Of course, got a bit of luck with the finish, but nonetheless powered that home. And there we have it. 3-0 up. We've started this like a house on fire. We've retained position fairly better towards the second end of that half, and I'm assuming a lot of that is from the fact that we've dominated in front of goal. Great stuff, and we've absolutely smashed the XG. And what can we do in the second half? So I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm happy. Go ahead, boys. I'll give everyone a fair few minutes more, but if this scoreline stays the way it is, we could possibly give a few people some minutes and see how we go. Horrible start to the second half. We've given away the ball quite cheaply there. Thankfully, it's come to nothing. Oh, that's pointless passing. We've given it away quite cheaply and gotten away with murder there. Whew, tough stuff. So 60 minutes in. Let's just wait to see what this amounts to. Cut that out, cut that out, cut that out. Oh, no! Ivan Millis with a goal, and they've pulled one back. Some horrible defending. just leaving the man on the edge of the area quite free in space, marking for nobody. The central midfielder should have pushed out to that, but he's gotten some luck and Millis scores. Okay, before we go ahead, just make some subs. Okay, then we've made a few jigs to the system. Zakarzuski has come on at left back and Meredith's pushed up to right inside forward. And then we've swapped Taylor over to the left side. Lander's in now and straight to the keeper. We've also brought on our kiddo, Nickel. So the young'un that we feel has fair potential, and let's see what comes of that. Not again. Come on, guys. We cannot throw away this lead. So it's 3-1 still. Win that. Go on, Baldwin. Oh, that's a horrible foul. Thank you, ref. A stupid challenge, goes in 2-footed, and thankfully Baldwin's not injured, but we're now playing against 10, and the game has had a tendency in the past to become a little bit more difficult when playing against 10, and on that note, they're on the attack again. So we're going to change up. We're playing with a positive mentality, but let's try and force the issue just for a bit and see how that goes. It's the last few minutes and we've given Landers a break. Stewart pops in just to see if he can get on the score sheet as well. It looks like Stratford might have another chance here now. Cut that out, cut that out, cut that out. Come on, guys. We've got to stay resolute. And there we have it on the counter. Nickel now into space. What can he make of this? He's knocked it off to Meredith. A decent ball to Taylor. Oh, puts it wide. So Lane with a corner then in the 94th minute. Over the bar. And there we have it. The end of the first match for our season and our first match off the save. And we've absolutely smacked Stratford. Of course, they went down to 10 men in the 69th minute. But 3-1 nonetheless, and a few scorers on the sheet again. Walker has been doing great in preseason in that midfield role, and he contributes again with a goal and assist, and we've gotten off to a fantastic start. So third on the log early on here, and we've put a few goals past, but of course, no clean sheets, and let's see where we can get to going forward. Okay, we take on Alvechurch next then, and coming off that wonderful first win, we're going to go with the exact same starting lineup. Of course, Connor Taylor is a bit fatigued, but we do not have much cover this early, and we're going to try and work our way around that. So nothing changed with the tactics, and let us see how we go. Come up against a side that's playing a 4-2-3-1 with 2 DMs today, unlike the previous match with a 4-4-2, and of course we start off the game in third. Playing in our home kit for the first time, and let's see how that goes. First home game of the season. Can we make it count? So early on the attack, bar with the ball. Are we going to start in great fashion? Lovely tackle and cuts that out. Okay, Alvechurch on the attack now, and the corner. Close that down. We're creating problems for ourselves fairly early, but we're on the counter and we've done pretty well with this thus far. Let's see how it goes this time. Bar with the ball to Edwards. Knocked out to Baldwin. It's come to nothing. Given away quite cheaply in the midfield. One back by Lane, but it falls to Lamb. And Diaz now the ball. So early on we're getting absolutely eaten. And that is a horrible goal to concede. The keeper goes wandering. We're getting absolutely eaten on the wing there. And we're down. Down early. Just 3 minutes in. And they've gone ahead and scored a goal from a fairly decent cross, but the keeper's gone wandering. And we've conceded early. We've got to find a way back into this game, and we might have to tinker a bit tactically to see how it goes, but we'll give them a little bit of a chance and see if we can arrest some progress into the game. Okay, Lane with a free kick in their half. Walker with the ball now, knocks out to Clark. We've got some space in the overlap. Bar loses the ball yet again, and are we going to be countered? Pretty slow progress. Make a tackle! Thank you. So we get the ball back, and we've given it away cheaply yet again. Come on then. Some horrible defending here, and we've almost been punished yet again. Okay, we're building a little bit of pressure here. Taylor with the ball now. Knocks it across to Bar, to Edwards, and he's put it over. Slow build up. Knocks that into space. Landers with the ball. It's come off the bar and stayed out. Oh no. It's fallen to us yet again in quick succession, and we've really been piling on the pressure now. Bar with the ball out wide. He knocks it across to Baldwin. Is he going to have a shot? Falls to Meredith then. With a pop and puts it over. So after that shoddy early start, we seem to be putting on a little bit of pressure here, and hopefully we can turn this into something tangible. Street with the ball out to Bar. Slow build up here, but nonetheless we have the ball and we're making some progress. Pushes it out wide into space. Attack the line. So Meredith whips it across early to Bar. He's in space. To Baldwin then, and to Landers, and he puts it in the net, and Henry Landers with another one, and our striker's doing the business. So we've pulled this back. It's 1-1 then, and after a sustained bit of pressure, we look to be getting there. A nice ball across. Bar makes nothing of it initially. Knocks it to Baldwin, who pops it in first time. Landers on the head. A header down into the post and in to make it 1-1. Some more pressure on the wing. Bar whips it across to Taylor, and he slots. 2 headers, nice wing play, and we've gotten 2 goals and we're up now. So life looks good yet again, and can we sustain this? We're up to 5th now. Of course, a lot of goals going in the other matches. Taylor with the ball in. Off to Clark, and again wide to Bar, slot through. Edwards with a chance, and he puts that over. So it's half-time then, and we did pretty decently after a pretty paltry start, but then we've done much better. And let's see if we can go and punish them in the second half. Okay, he's dropped that, and he's trying to pop it over the top, but straight back to us. Theo Street now the ball. Dilly-dally, wasting time. Back to Lane, to Walker then. He's made a horrible pass. That's horribly underhit. A hospital pass indeed. Come on then, win that ball back. Given Chong too much space on the edge of the area, and he's almost punished us. Come on, guys. So again, we've let the possession slip, so I'm just going to go back to balanced and see how we do now. Oh, missing his tackle. All ends up. Then Evans with the ball on the edge of the area and hitting the bar. Oh, we're asking for trouble here. So the ball breaks to Edwards now. To Bar, back to Edwards. Back to Bar. Can we catch them on the counter here? Into the space. Yes, lad. That is exactly what we need to be doing, and it gets popped over. We're doing a little bit more with possession now. Clark on the ball to Edwards, and there's space for Bar here on the wing. Take on your man. Whoop back across into the center. Nodded on, and Bar gets the ball back into an empty space. Landers gets bumped over, and is that a pen? Yes, it's our first pen, and Landers gets a pen. Let's see what he goes with here. Is it going to be pace or precision? Slotted very calmly, in quick fashion. Nodded into the top corner, and Henry Landers makes no mistake. 3-1 then. The keeper goes down early, and Landers says, look at my name. So we're going to make a few subs then. Wholesale changes, and Murphy's come on at cam. Jack Edwards wasn't having the best game, but nonetheless, we've done well as a team. Queno comes in at left back, English at right back, and of course, again, we've pushed Meredith out to the wing and swapped Bar over. So let's see what comes off the last few minutes. Hopefully, we'll see this out for the last couple of minutes, and off to our second win. And there we have it, another 3-1 win, this time at home, and we've gotten off to an even better start now. Fantastic stuff. It's 2 wins in 2. We're second on the log now, and just on goal difference. Can we keep building up here? Okay, then it is a quick turnaround of match day 3 here now on the 12th of August. Of course, our players have taken a bit of a shot in terms of their condition, with a few, like Taylor and Jack Bar, having a bit of an issue. But nonetheless, we're going to have to persist, as the squad is not the biggest at the moment. So we've dropped the keeper on the bench for an extra body in McDonald. Another kid, but nonetheless, we hope that we'll get by. So we're going to stick with this and see where we get to. Okay, so we play Coalville today away, and they come into this with some mixed form, a win and a loss in their prior matches. They also start with a 4-4-2, so let's see how that goes again today. Again, early domination from the opposition, but here we go with the ball then. Bar knocks it to Edwards in the center. Feeds that to Taylor, back to Edwards, and this is a chance. Slotted. Wonderful football. A few lovely passes in and around the area at a good tempo, and we've created a lot of space. Just have a quick look at that again, and Bar, Edwards, Taylor, back to Edwards through the space, and a lovely finish into the bottom corner. Side netting, happy days, 1-0 up early on again. So a chance in again for Coalville. Get that away. Push up, push up, push up, push up. Oh, I've given them far too much space here and almost punished, and we are punished. Really bad defending again from a set play. We've not pushed out fast enough, and I think we're going to have to make some changes because, as you can see, the edge of the area is completely unmanned. Got to leave someone up there just to try and cut out that shot from distance. Keeper makes a good first save, but the second one absolutely slotted at the near post. Okay, then. We're getting broken on again. Surely we can do a bit better this time. Cut that out. Oh, we've let it back in. Whew, almost slotted. Gonna raise the tempo just a bit now and see if we can punish them. We've still got a lot of possession, but we're not doing much with it. There's 5 shots thus far and only 1 on target. Okay, that's broken to us again. Taylor with the ball. Out to Edwards in the center. To Clark then. Back to Landers. And Taylor has the ball. To Landers again, and he puts that wide. Okay, mirrored it to Edwards. Back to Landers. Out wide now. Taylor in space. Gives it back. Okay, Walker in with space here. Cuts it across to Edwards. Another lovely team goal. Passing all around them, and we've really showed some quality here. So third man runs from the midfield. Has really worked here. And a lovely ball. Your mate would kill you if you did that in FIFA, and we really don't care because that is quality football. And we'll go 2-1 up here. Okay, then a decent first half. We've gotten back the lead. But nonetheless, we need to do a whole lot more with all the possession that we've had thus far. So decent XG of 1.5 in the first half. Building into the second now. Can we keep going? Got some tired legs, but can we make it to about the 60th before we go and make some changes? Clark with a lovely ball to Bar. Takes a shot, falls to Edwards. Another brilliant save from the keeper. Ping pong stuff out there, and they've gotten away with that. Okay, so we've had to make some changes now. We've gone wholesale yet again. 3 in, 3 out. Of course, the legs are heavy. So Smith with a big ball over the top. Edwards nods it down to Junior English. Out to Queno, who's just come on. Back to Queno, and that is a foul and another penalty. What can we do with it now? So Lander steps up, and he slots yet again in the top corner. Another goal, and it's his 4th of the season in just the 3rd match. And he's off and running on a roll here. So 3-1 up again, and it seems to be 3-1 FC for us here. So here we go then. On the left flank, Junior English with the ball knocked back to Lane. A bit of space here, and can we make something off this? And he's given it away so cheaply. Horrible pass, and are we going to be punished now? Suitably punished. Disgusting football there. Junior English deciding to go somewhere, absolutely somewhere. Is absolutely gone to sleep, and that's so flipping frustrating. Giving away a cheap goal there. Gonna have to tighten up just a bit, or do we have to? A chance. Queen over the ball now. Knock it back in. He doesn't. He's knocked it out wide to Clark. Junior English comes on and he thinks, I'm 37 now. I'm just going to waste everyone's time. You're quarter to running out the door here, Chief. Theo Street knocks it to English again with another hospital pass. He's really frustrating me early on here. Okay, Coalville with position deep into their half, but giving it straight back. And Clark goes to sleep this time. What on earth is going on in that midfield? Cut out. Lane kicks the ball to the invisible man out on the right flank. Our first real signs of frustration here. And we're doing some really daft things, having been 3-1 up. So big ball over the top to nobody. Thankfully knocked back down to us. English out to Queno. Back to English. Slotted through. He's dilly-dallied on the ball this far. Slotted. Typical FM. Junior English is so frustrating, and then he goes on this mazy run. Have another look at that. He just kept the ball, kept the ball, kept the ball. Looked like he doesn't know what he's doing with it. Slot! And he's put that in 4-2. So Junior English comes up trumps there, and I guess I need to shut the hell up. So 4-2 in the third one here, and after some shoddy stuff in the midfield deep into the second half, we've come right and slotted another one in. Goals have been flowing in and we've been doing really well, but we're going to have to tinker a bit in terms of the defense and a little bit around the set pieces. I'll be playing a few behind the scenes and then catch you at the next one, and hopefully we have a few more signings in the door. Nonetheless, it's been a great start to life here as the gaffer, and I'll catch you in the next one. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, leave a comment as to how you found this thus far. Maybe a few suggestions in there to tell me what you think we can improve on and how we could possibly save ourselves in the financial situation and find some bodies to put into the squad. I'll catch you in the next one and have a lovely day. And in the words of that not so smart man that I once met, Laka, check you. Bye.